Hello everyone and welcome to On Your Marks English. Bit of a different video for you today.
No.
Going to be showing you me taking my dog for a walk this morning. And at the same time I'm going to be narrating what's happening in the video. So hopefully you can use this as an opportunity to practice your English listening, if you wish to do so. I got a new little camera recently, which is the Insta360 Go Ultra. I'll put a picture of that on the screen so you know what it looks like. And right now I have it mounted on the top of my head. Actually stuck onto my hat, my cap. And you can also see I'm walking my lovely little Shiba Inu, Alex, here. This is his morning walk, his first walk of 2 for the day. See, the beautiful fountain here is out of service because they are doing some repairs, I think. Open the gate with my face, very convenient. Although I have to take off my sunglasses. Now, running down the stairs with the boy. He's always very happy to get outside.
7 degrees.
And I'm looking at my phone, checking the temperature. It's 7 degrees. I think it was actually 8 degrees at this time.
Cold for the south of China anyway, so it's 8.
Definitely very cold for the south of China, but not very cold compared to where I'm from.
Come on.
He loves to do this sometimes.
What are you
He
doing?
decides he wants to walk on a certain part of the footpath and will just pull with all his might to get away from me. Electric bike on the ground there. I thought about picking it up, but I said I'd continue on because keeping my dog safe is more important. Lovely area outside of the community. Actually still part of the community, but it's outside the gates. He loves sniffing around here. Peeing on everything he can find. I try not to let him pee on anything that isn't a bush or grass because I'm worried somebody will sit there. But sometimes it does happen. But as you can see, there's, you know, these gardeners or whatever you want to call them. They're working every day, spraying the plants with hoses and stuff like that, so they wash it down anyways. They do a pretty good job of taking care of the community, I have to say. There's another woman and auntie there sweeping up some leaves. And little Alex down in front of us having a great time. He doesn't mind the cold at all. I think he prefers it. When we bring him out for a walk in the middle of July and it's like 35 degrees, I'm dying. He must be dying as well because he's basically wearing a fur coat all the time. It literally is a fur coat. So he must be hot. And I notice when I bring him for walks during the winter, he pants way less than during the summer. So they pant to cool themselves down. He doesn't do it anywhere near as much in the winter, so he's obviously nowhere near as hot as he is during the summer. Quite a nice area though. See, some parts are still not finished, but overall I think it's a really lovely area. Little playground there, some stationary bikes. Sometimes you see the aunties and the uncles, they come here dancing or they're doing some sort of Tai Chi. I used to see an old guy live streaming on Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok. And he'd be doing some Tai Chi stuff and talking to whatever people are watching him. And I think he said he was 86 years old. I heard him say once, "Whoa, Genie and Bashley." So he said, yeah, I'm 86 years old. So fair play to him, he's still out. You know, living his life, doing some exercise outside, keeping healthy, keeping fit. It's great to see. There's another old man that walks around here as well. He's a really cool dude. He has a bird cage on a stick. Like, I don't even know how to describe that. I want to put up a picture of what I'm thinking about, but he has a bird cage on a stick, like a bamboo stick, and he puts it over his shoulder and he walks down the road and he has this bird inside the cage. So like he's bringing his bird for a walk, and he does it twice a day because I usually see him in the morning, and in the evening as well, around 5 o'clock. You can see over there in the distance, there's like these kind of pillars where the wall is. That's a river over there, and he'll perch the bird cage on one of those pillars, and just him and his bird will, you know, enjoy the scenery for a while. And one time he was looking at me, and he obviously noticed I was a foreigner, so I just said, "Oh, your bird is beautiful." Like, "我觉得它很漂亮." And he said, "Oh, 很漂亮吗? Is it beautiful?" I said, "Yeah, 对对对. Very beautiful." "Yes, it is." And he was very happy. So now every time he sees me, he waves his hand to say hello, and I just smile back at him or wave at him. Very friendly man, very nice person. And see, it's winter time now, so the grass is quite dry. Seems like a lot of it is, you know, maybe dying a little bit. I don't think they have sprinklers for this area or anything like that, but not a big deal because the rain will come back. It always comes back. In the hot months, the rainy season in the south of China, oh man, it can just rain forever sometimes. You know, like where I'm from, in Galway in the west of Ireland, I think according to Wikipedia anyways, it rains 234 out of 365 days per year, which is a lot, but it's just not the same type of rain. It rains constantly where I'm from, but it's not so heavy. Like when it rains in the south of China, it's just like a monsoon. It's like the end of the world sometimes. Just the roads are filled with water, and you know, it's just absolutely insane. And you know, people still got to get to work. You got to get on your Dianongche, your electric bike, put on your waterproof stuff. Maybe you have an umbrella, and you got to go. See Alex, he always leads the way. Sniffing the ground, having a good old time. I'm always worried though, as you can see, I have the muzzle on him, and that's for two reasons. The main reason is actually because we're always worried about him eating something. Like there was one time before he ate a wild mushroom, and we just had no idea which type of mushroom it was. As you know, many of them can be poisonous, so we were really worried about that. So now I have this muzzle on him, and he can actually still eat stuff even though it's, you know, really properly on there, but he can still get stuff. But what it does is it gives me an opportunity to pull him away, gives me more time, and it's very hard for him to chew. So very often he'll get something into his mouth, but he won't be able to chew it, and then I'll be able to stick my hand into his mouth, risking my fingers, and pull it out before he ends up eating it. Dogs are amazing. They will find food everywhere.
You having fun, buddy?
I'm asking him here if he's having fun. He definitely is.
Maybe I should pee on some of these bushes as well, huh?
I don't remember saying that. I'm asking Alex if I should pee on the bushes too.
Please do not try and eat that poo.
And I'm telling him not to eat the poo because he has done that on a few occasions. Mostly his own poo though, I will say. He's, you know, he likes his own brand of poo. He doesn't like eating the other dog's poo. Yeah, and then the other reason why we have the muzzle on him is he's prone to fighting with other male dogs. So
a brand new car.
Don't like giving him the opportunity to do that. I'm admiring this car here. Now he thinks he's seen a dog.
Relax. Come on.
I can assure you that he hasn't. Very carefully checking if there's any cars coming, because as you can see there are cars parked on both sides of the road, and they're not allowed to.
You're acting like
Obscures the view of pedestrians and drivers, which I think is quite dangerous.
Chill out, man.
Alex is still on high alert here. See a Dianongche flying by. Back to work. Continue peeing on stuff. And then I actually did notice there's a big black dog down the road. And now he sees him. I don't know where this dog has come from, but I've seen him 3 times now, and he's terrified of humans, so if you walk towards him, he'll run away. But again, I'm just not giving my dog the opportunity to get in a fight with another dog. This dog is twice the size of my dog. I think he's homeless. Never seen him with a collar, never seen him with a person. He just walks around, peeing on things, and then disappears.
Alex, You're not allowed to play with him, okay?
I'm speaking to the dog as if he's a human, as if he understands. And even if he did understand, he wouldn't care. This dog rarely listens to me. And
Because he's either going to start a fight or you're going to start.
he's quite intelligent. But when I tell him to sit down, he knows what I'm saying. You see, he's pulling on the lead. Really wants to get down to that dog. And I wish he wasn't like that, but you know, he's still a baby. He's gonna be 4 years old in April. So maybe he's not a baby. I think we like converted dog years to human years, and it turns out he's like 33 years old now, so he's actually older than me.
Alex. Alex.
Yeah, I'm born in 1993, so that makes me 32 years old. Kind of freaked me out there for a second. I was thinking, wow, how am I that old? See some people outside doing some exercise. Lovely crisp winter fresh air in the morning. Good thing to do. A lot of people seem to have that routine. They get up and go outside, do a bit of walking or running before work, and sets them up nicely for the day. Walk the dog twice a day, usually from around 8 to half 8 and from 5 to half 5, depends on what I'm doing. It's quite a nice area. It's you know, for the most part it's very quiet. We used to live in the center of the city, but now we're about 30 something kilometers away from there. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. But yeah, we moved to this place because it's much closer to my wife's school. Obviously before I was working in various schools in different places. I've worked in Dongwon, I've worked in Shenzhen, I've worked in Foshan, but this year I'm not working in a school anyways. But I'm very busy. And no matter what's going on in life, you gotta walk the dog, because if you don't walk the dog, he's gonna be unhappy. And then he's gonna pee and poo all over your house. And he has done that several times. But he hasn't done it for a while. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. We don't need to go into too many details. But you know how dogs are. They love to pee on things. He's somewhere now. I can't see him, but I know he's around me somewhere. Probably outside chewing on one of my slippers or something like that. He's very happy. We also always put a harness on him because I think it's just way better for them than attaching the lead to the collar. I feel like you're just going to choke the crap out of them, and you know, why would you do that? You can buy this harness. I think I bought it for like 30 something RMB. What's that, like €5? We have two of them in case one gets wet. We can swap it out. And then we also have the collar on him with his name and our phone number, and then I have a little GPS tracker as well, so God forbid, knock on wood, he ever escapes and runs away, I can track him down with the GPS. And he's also microchipped, so if somebody finds him, they can bring it to a vet and they can scan it and they can find out who we are. So, you know, it's good to be compliant with all the regulations, because it just makes sense, man. You know, I don't want my dog to get lost, and if he does, I want him to find his way home somehow. 100%. Like, we love him so much. He's like our child. To people who don't have dogs, maybe that doesn't make sense, but trust me, you get a dog, you can become very attached to them very quickly. Like, it was my wife's idea to get a dog, and I had a conversation with her, and I was like, you know, it's a big commitment, like it's a lot of work. You're going to be surprised how much work is actually involved in raising a dog. And she was like, no, I think it's a good idea. Her whole life she was terrified of dogs, because I think she wasn't like attacked when she was a kid, but like a load of dogs came up around her, jumping on her and stuff like that, and it scared her a lot. So she's always been afraid of dogs, so I thought it was a good idea to help her get over the fear of dogs.
Back slowly.
And she loves every dog now. She's obsessed with dogs. And she really, 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 really loves our dog Alex. He's a great lad.
Obsessed with chasing that dog. You forgot about all these places.
And see, I talk to him all the time.
You wanna poo?
He never replies. He's about to do some business here. Probably blur this out because nobody needs to see a dog doing a number 2. The very polite way of saying that dog is going to the toilet. I have many other ways in English I can say that.
It here right beside the bin.
And I'm thanking him because he actually did it beside the wheelie bin, so I can pick it up with this bag here and I don't have to walk around for ages holding it. Yeah, grab the poo. There's a leaf stuck to the poo bag, so I gotta get rid of that.
There.
Throw it into the wheelie bin and away we go. On the way back to the gaff, the house. I slipped into my hometown words there for a second. I said the gaff. We often refer to our house as the gaff, the place we live. They say that in many places in the UK and Ireland. But not a common word you'll hear outside of those places for house. See now, his leg is doing something funny. I think he's got a cramp in his leg.
What's wrong with your leg?
So I have to stretch out his leg. Looks like a big piece of chicken.
Huh? Let me see your leg. Come here, come here.
Nothing wrong with his paw. Give him a little pull. Now he's trying to bite at me. That means he's good. Look at him. Off he goes.
You got a cramp in your leg or something, did you? Come on.
Yeah, I think overall I'm happy with this Insta 360 Go Ultra. You can let me know down below if you think the quality is good or not. The quality of the camera is not as good as the other one I have, the DJI Pocket 2. But, you know, it is a really small camera and I can just stick it on my head and stuff like that. I was very disappointed because I actually went for another walk with him yesterday and recorded that on my chest. And it just looks so terrible. But changed some of the settings, increased the sharpness, yada yada yada, and I think it looks a lot better now. I can accept this level of quality. Can record
We'll bring you home now, get you some
up
food,
to
huh?
4K 60 frames per second. This is recording at 4K 30.
Wet food with the chicken. Give you the kibble, the dry food, 2 scoops of that.
I'm actually...
And give you that little treat that's good for your joints, apparently.
actually talking to him, telling him, giving him a preview of what his breakfast will be. I don't know why, because it's the same that he gets every single day. 2 scoops of kibble, 1 tin of the wet chicken food with the vegetables, and 1 little treat that's apparently good for his bones and joints. I say apparently all the time because I have no idea. But he's a very healthy, happy dog. I often see other Shibas and they're fat, like they're overweight, you know? And I used to wonder, or I just assumed that that's how all of those dogs were until I actually got one for myself. And now I realize that that's not how they're supposed to be. So I think other people are feeding these dogs way too much food because we give him... I think we give him about 250 grams of food a day, maybe a little bit more, because I'm not even thinking about the wet food as well. And he's only around 12.5 to 13.5 kilos, depending on the time of year. So let's just say 13. So he's not a big dog at all. He's eating a lot of food, and he is not fat at all. But I see other dogs, and they are fat. Like these little Shibas, they're so fat. And it just can't be healthy for them. Like they look like a sea lion or a seal. They're like wrapped in blubber, you know, and it's just not good for them. And sometimes people tell us that he's like too thin, he needs to eat more or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that's right. Every time we bring him to see the vet, they always say he's like perfectly healthy. He's in perfect health. Everything is good with them. So... yeah, don't feed your dogs too much. You give them enough food, you know. It's the same with your kids. Like, You want to make sure that they have enough food, but not too much. You want to make sure they're eating quality food. You want to make sure they get enough sleep, enough water, and you want them to get some exercise. You know? Very, very important stuff for every single living creature on the planet. You can see he's peeing away there. He loves to pee. Construction workers are finishing off this footpath over there. It's been a very long time. We moved in here almost 5 months ago and it's still not finished, which is very surprising because usually they do things in China very, very quickly. But this is a private company doing that work. It's not the government, so they can kind of go as slow as they want. But it would be nice if they finish sooner, so we have a gate at the back of the community that we can use to enter and exit the community with. That's not the case right now.
Come on.
You can hear his little pitter patter of his feet on the ground. Cross the road again. Always be very careful when you're crossing the road because you never know. Oh, there's someone on a bike. So that's why you don't go ever. You look 3 or 4 times, make sure it's clear, and then you go. And don't let the dog go out in front of you. Keep the dog at your side. Same if you're pushing a baby in a buggy or a pram, you may call it, depending on where you're from. Stick your head out first and have a look.
They got loads of grass over here to smell. Come on.
I'm telling him that he shouldn't be looking back there because there's still more grass over here to smell. You can just see by his posture, like his body language, you know, he believes he's the leader in this journey, this trip, this excursion. He's bringing me somewhere. But I think in the back of his mind he knows I'm in charge. Because I decide when we go outside and when we go home. And he loves sniffing around here as well because there's, you know, a good few dogs in this community and from neighbouring communities that come here because it's a, you know, a nice open piece of grass, and obviously they all come around and they pee all over the place, so the fact that they do that, they can all smell each other's scents, and then they just this constant battle of marking their territory. Like he'll pee and then later on another dog will come along and pee, and then another dog will come along and pee, then my dog will come back tomorrow and pee, and it's just exhausting, man. I'm so glad that humans don't do this. Like I cannot even imagine, like every time I went anywhere I have to like check if another man has peed there, and then I gotta add my pee to like let them know that I'm here. It's just I don't even know what I'm talking about. They're so different to human beings.
Come on. Come on.
Humans mark their territory in different ways. We can communicate with words. We're very different, obviously. But I love dogs. He's my best friend in the world. I wouldn't trade him for any human on the planet. Maybe my wife. Maybe. See, sometimes as well, you know, he's got to get the right angle. Spin to the left, spin to the right, back to the left. You know, it's got to be perfect. I never know, like, what the story in China is. See this, like, metal sculpture thing on the left? Yeah. They just seem to have one of them in, like, the front of every community or the middle of every community. Not every community, but, like, the really modern, kind of, sort of fancy-looking ones. I don't mind them. I don't think they're particularly beautiful. I don't think they're ugly, but I don't really get them either. Like, the last place I lived, they just had a giant, like, metal ball. Like, kind of like that one in Boston in America. which I've never been there, but I know that from movies and just from TV, but I don't get it. I feel like they could put something better there than just like some random metal object. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe people love it. Maybe that's like the highlight of people's day when they get to see the metal sculpture, but somehow I doubt that.
Mama. I get worried when you sniff something for too long. I feel like you're going to eat something.
See what I'm saying there? I get worried when you sniff something for too long. I feel like you're going to eat something.
No one cleaned it up.
Someone let their dog poo inside the community and didn't bother to clean it up, which I hate that for 2 reasons.
Don't step on it.
I'm telling him not to step on it because he has a habit of stepping on poo, and then later on he'll like put his foot in your face, you know. So if you're going to be sticking your foot in my face, please don't step on the poo.
Okay, you can probably stop recording here because we're going inside, so there'll be some low light.
Then yeah, we're coming to the end of the video here now, so thanks for watching, guys. This is Mark here from On Your Marks English, and see you in the next one.
Stop.